كلاسيرا متعة التعلم الذكي.
Of course, there is elements for the training program, for this training program. One, we gonna know the basics before starting any final review or revision, because before creating or create a virtual classroom through Classera, of course, there is a lot of fundamentals. Let's say I need to do it before create or publish any virtual classroom to my students, especially in final revisions classes, because like we know right now we are in at the end of the second term, so we're gonna need final revisions and engage more with our students, and using the virtual classroom inside the Classera, you can do all of these things. The second thing, whole and class management during the final revisions or during the virtual classroom actually. Number three, upload the recording session for your students. So after you finish your session or your virtual classroom, of course, you will be able to upload your virtual classroom or the record video to your students. And I will explain how I can do this using Classera. The number four, activating virtual classroom in final revision. That means that there is a tools, of course, not only the virtual classroom, there is a Classera tools that you can use it with your final revisions. I will explain all of these things. After training, I hope that everyone will be able to knowing the advantages and disadvantages of the virtual classroom, because like everything in the world, there is for everything there is an advantage and disadvantage, and we're gonna know the advantages for the virtual classroom and the disadvantages. Number two, how do I manage the room Microsoft Teams? There is a spelling here. Okay. Microsoft Teams. Number three, how do I upload a meeting recording to my students? Activating the virtual classroom in final revisions. All these things, I hope that you will be able to know after this final and the end of this session. So let us know about the advantage and disadvantages for the virtual classroom in general. For the virtual classroom advantages, actually, number one, easy to present. That's mean for you as a teacher, of course, if you are sitting in your couch or in your, just you need a laptop, you need the internet, and just go on. You can launch a virtual classroom and you can interact with your students. So it's easy to present and easy to present whatever that you want. For example, you want to present a PowerPoint files, multimedia using the YouTube out resource, everything, so that you can use it easily using the virtual classroom, of course, and the interactive and multimedia that you can interact instantly with your student inside the virtual classroom and present different kind of multimedia videos, interactive lessons using the share screen method inside the virtual classroom. Immediate feedback, that means you can interact instantly with your teachers, with your students, sorry, that means if they have any question, that they will be able to ask you inside the virtual classroom and interact with you as a teacher. Recording the session, that means that you can record the session and upload the session and publish it to your students, so that they can watch the session 1 or 3 or 4 times, and it's a good benefit, that, by the way, that they will be able to see your final revision 1 or 2 or 3 times. For the disadvantages, of course, it's need technical equipments, needed trainings, lack of eye contact. There is no optical contacts, and needs culture, because because like we know here, especially in the region in the Middle East, the cam thing, it's not like something familiar with. So we need to culture to create eye contact or optical interaction between you as a teacher with your students. And for the technical equipment, that means that you need to make sure as a teacher that your internet connection is stable. And actually, there is one of the program that I want to share it with you. If I go, for example, one of my favorite program that I need to check my internet speed, just click on fast on the URL. fast.com and check your internet connection. I think that the good internet connection to or the stable internet connection for you, just to make sure that your internet connection between 8 to 10 megahertz per second, and just to avoid the lag of the internet connection, and to let your voice clear and your present it's full of clearness. So just go ahead and check before you're starting your virtual classroom. Check your internet connection. If your internet connection be below 8 megahertz per second, try to maybe connect into another channel, or restart your router, or just adjust your internet connection to create a good virtual classroom. So the second thing, there is a basics before starting any final review or revision.
Sorry, question again, Mr. Ahmed. The previous slide, I think it's a spelling mistake. It says advantage in red. I think it's in the left side for the previous slide. Yeah, it should be disadvantages, I think.
Yeah, of course. Maybe I'm gonna.
Okay, but it's clear, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah. So in the second one, there is a fundamentals or basics before starting any final revision or review. Number one, it's like advice for you as the teachers before starting your final revisions or virtual classroom. Number one, prepare the scientific material or the educational material in the first place. That's mean before you want to create your final revision, you should create your final material that you want to share with your students. That means, for example, I'm gonna create 2 virtual classroom or 2 virtual revision for classroom. I'm gonna in virtual classroom 1 final revision, I'm gonna explain unit 1 and unit 2, and the second virtual classroom I'm gonna explain unit 3 and 4. So I need to know all the scientific material that I want to share with my students, and prepare it before I launch my virtual classroom. Number 2, get ready for training. Enter in advance before your students, of course. Focus while you are doing your virtual classroom, and of course sit in quiet place to avoid any noise or something. Number 3, clean your device from all distraction. That's mean close, for example, desktop background. Just make it clear. For example, let's see my background right now. Just make it like clean. It's really helpful, by the way, that everything is clean, just to let your student focus on something. If you want to share, for example, your screen, of course they will be able to see your background. So just make it clear and clean. The favorite bar, for example, the task bar or something. Close WhatsApp app web, because if you are receiving a lot of messages, of course, it will be not healthy. Number 4, prepare the room technically, starting from the internet, the microphone, and the camera if you would like to use the camera. I will jump to for the very important things inside the virtual classroom controls. Recently, Classera or Microsoft Teams add a new features called admit feature for a whole access control. That's mean there is, like you see over here, if any of your students join your virtual classroom, you need to give them approval to let them inside your virtual classroom. So there is a checkbox, and you can reject them, of course, in this exporter. And plus, there is a notification with number of your students in the lobby. So that's mean when your students launch the virtual classroom, they will be in the lobby. So from your side as a teacher, you need to let them or give them the approval to let them inside your virtual classroom. So this is the admit feature inside the virtual classroom. So you need to approve your student and let them enter your virtual classroom. So this is one of the latest features that they one of the security features actually. So if you want to reject someone, if there is anonymous person, for example, want to enter your virtual classroom, you will be able to reject these people. And this is the notification with number of your students waiting in the lobby. It will appear here in your virtual classroom. The second thing, also for the virtual classroom controls, there is you can appoint a student or colleague to undertake the training coordinator, or you can appoint a student who can present and share their screens. Like you see over here, once the student log in or launch the virtual classroom, he will be like a guest. All the students by the default, it will be like attendance and under of the guest category. So from you as a teacher, you need to make all your students as attendees. So there is a 3 dots. You need to click on it. After you click on these dots, there is a 3 option: mute participant, pin, or 4 options. Sorry, remove participant and make an attendee. So we are preferred to let all your students as attendees. So you will be able to manage your virtual classroom better. And the second thing, that you can make one of your students or one of your colleagues to give the actual presentation or to present anything, shared screen, making the admit process. By the way, if you put one of your students or one of your colleagues as a presenter, you will let they will be able to present or be like organizer for the session, or they can admit all the students inside the lobby. So you have these 2 options, and I will go through all of these while I will do during the practical demo. I will go through all of these things. So there is 2 things that you can appoint a student to present. If one of your students want to present anything, PowerPoint or whatever, so you can make one of your students to present anything, and you can appoint one of your students or your colleague to organize the session, and let your students admit your students to let them in inside your virtual classroom. The second thing, that close the cameras for all students. That means that you can turn off the incoming videos from the student side. So if you want to close the camera, so you need to click on these 3 dots and turn off incoming videos. So from the student side, they will not be able to enable the camera and open the cam inside their devices. So if you want to close your camera, you need to click on these 3 dots and turn off the incoming videos. The second thing for the classroom control, also for the virtual classroom control, when do I open the camera? If you want to make an optical communication or eye contact communication with your students, we are recommend to of course to open the camera. If you want to give a practical explanation, for example, if you want to use your hand, you want to interact with your body language with your students, of course, we are recommend to open your camera. A suitable environment, that means if you are sitting in a quiet place, a very good environment, very good background. So we are also recommend to open your camera and interact with your students for better communication and for better eye contact and engagement between you and your students. When do I open the camera for the students? There is 4 indicators that let you to open the camera for your students. Ensure the follow-up. That means if you are able to follow up with all your students inside the virtual classroom, okay, go ahead and open your camera. Of course, the right environment, if the environment for you and for your students, it's good. Of course, go ahead and open your camera. The number does not exceed 20 or 21, I think. This is the range. It's like a recommendation, of course, but of course you can add more and more. Of course, the most important thing, the student approval. You need to get like student approval before let them open their camera. So this is the like general thing for when do I open the camera for the students. The second thing, and also for classroom controls, like simple hints. Keep your eyes on the attendance list. That means that you should know who's attending in this virtual classroom or in your virtual classroom. Motivate everyone. Like, for example, ask for your students to answer something, open the mic for them, let them present something, for example, make a poll exam or poll questions and let them engagement. Ask everyone, of course, and a silent notice, for example, if you notice that there is a student, a silent student, of course, try to know why he is silent, try to interact with him, create a full engagement inside your virtual classroom. So this is a small hint for you as a teachers. And if you want to invite anyone, for example, the academic heads or the floor supervisors, or for example, the managers or the parents also, so that you can, of course, using Classera, you can send the invitation to attend the virtual classroom. Also, I will explain this inside the practical. There is something called public link. You can click on this public link, the virtual classroom public link. It will pop up like this. You can copy this link and share it with your the one who you want to go inside your virtual classroom. So I will take like a few questions, then I will go with the practical demo. So if you have any questions, just let me know to answer these questions, and then I will go with the practical demo, and I will explain also how I can upload the recorded session for my students, and how I can include the voice and video inside my presentation, because I know that there is issues from your side that including the videos and the voice inside the presentation and all of these things. So I will try to explain all of these things, and the common questions and frequent answers. I will try to explain all of these things. And by the way, the Microsoft Teams, actually, we know that there is two kind of vendors inside the Classera, one for WizIQ and one for Microsoft Teams. But with this situation, with the COVID-19, Classera I think with 3 days, we integrate with Microsoft Teams and trying to provide you these tools to let you as a teachers, put you as a teacher and with your students in one place using the virtual classroom. So it was a very urgent situation. I know there is a lot of academic missing tools inside the Microsoft Teams and details that there is, for example, if there is a lot of common questions that I received, that I need to share my screen, I need to whiteboard, I need to include my voice and videos, all of these things. So I know there is a lot of things that we need to discuss inside the practical, and I will try to explain everything. But if you have any questions, just please let me know. I'm trying to answer all these questions. Okay, I have one of the questions. I will share the question, by the way, with you, and I will answer it. One of the questions said, one of the virtual classes features is the students have the authority to control my screen, and this is what I was recently facing. How I can manage it? It's a good question, by the way. For these questions, I already explained actually this feature, that when you admit your students and let them go inside your virtual classroom, you need to make all your students as attendee. So I'll explain this also with the practical demo. But when you accept your students after this step, this is the first step actually. When you, for example, this student, I will accept this student and admit the student to let him in inside my virtual classroom. After this step, I need to click on these 3 dots. There is a dots over here. I need to click on it and let all my students make them as an attendee. So for this, I think they will not be able to share their screen and take this screen view or the share screen from you as a teacher. So I hope this is the answer. Let me go back to one of the other questions. I have not found this option, Microsoft Teams. What option? Just let me know. I didn't get it. Can't compare Zoom and Microsoft Teams. Actually, for Zoom, we are trying to figure out like another alternative and collaboration with Microsoft, with Zoom also, and put it as one of our vendor. But it's still under negotiation till now. But we are trying to offer you as a teachers the best solution for you. Okay. Okay. I think I will start with the demo, like a practical demo. To let everything clear for you, starting from the teacher side, then let me. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So I will start with for example, I need to create. This is your account. Let's say this is a demo account, by the way. But imagine that this is your account. Of course, I will go to virtual classroom. Create a virtual classroom, of course. Add a new smart classroom. I will choose Microsoft Teams. Find revision, for example. Choose your sections. I'm gonna select all, for example. Of course, the starting time should be in the future. So I'll choose this and submit. Then I will launch my virtual classroom. Continue with the browser. The system will let me in with my name because I am already registered with my username and a password previously. So the system will let me in directly to my account. So I will join now. Okay, this is the main page, like all of you know. So right now I will let my colleague join me. I will let my colleague join me. Okay. Okay, I will let my colleague join me to see how I can admit my my students and how I control everything inside my virtual classroom. But if, for example, if you want to record your virtual classroom, or for the final revision, for example, you need to start the recording once you launch your virtual classroom. You need to start the record this session. So just click on this 3 dots and start to record your session. This is one of the most important thing. Like we see right now, my colleague, he just logged in as a student. He just logged in as a student and launched the virtual classroom from the student side. So once he launched it, of course, I'm gonna receive like a notification over here that there is one of my students in the lobby, and I will find him. I will receive when I'm launching this. I will receive this in the participant. I will just click on this button. I'm gonna find the students over here. So I can admit and reject the student by student, of course. So once I accept this student, he will be like as a guest in the attendees list. So after this step, the most important thing that to control your students, of course, and control the sharing screen feature and all of these things that you already mentioned on the chat that you want to, because one of your students take the authority to share the screen. So of course, you need to click on these 3 dots and make your students, all of your students actually, as attendee. So like you see, change who can present. Okay, now these students convert from presenter or organizer or a guest for attendee. So he only will see the content that you are sharing with your students. So he will not be able to share any screen. He will not be able to take the authority to share any kind of content unless you allow him to do these things. So to make a presenter, if you want to one of your students to present anything. So this is very important notice that you need to make all your students as attendee to control your session. So after this, if you want one of your students to present anything, click again on on these 3 dots and make one of your students as a presenter. So they will be able, or he will be able to share anything that he wants. Plus, if you want to block or turn off the incoming videos, you need to click also on these 3 dots and turn off all the incoming video from the student sides. So this is for the control side, so you can turn off the incoming video. Of course, I can make the screen as a full screen. Of course, there is a device settings, so I can make sure that my mic or my speaker is good, my microphone, it's appropriate microphone. If I'm opening my camera, check my camera. This is the setting for the hardware devices inside your desktop or laptop. After this, for example, if I want to share one of the material or one of my sources or resources as a videos or a YouTube, PowerPoint, Word files, if I want to share anything, I can click on share. We are preferred to share your screen, and through your screen you can share any, like a whiteboard or something. We are not recommend to sharing the Microsoft whiteboard because it needs a lot of bandwidth for the internet connection from the student side. So we are recommending to share the desktop and share your entire screen and share. Once you share it, of course, if you want to create to share a whiteboard and like draw sketches or write one of your notes inside one of your whiteboards, you can go for example here in PowerPoint actually, and use your draw methods using PowerPoint or Word or whatever. So using or you can open easily Paint program and use the whiteboard instead of using Microsoft Whiteboard. So I think it's easy for you as a teacher to share the screen, and through your sharing your screen, you can use a different program to share your whiteboard. And of course, there is a chat. You can interact and chat with your students through the chatting. There is a chat button over here also. This is the participant that you can see all your participants, and you can, of course, you can remove, you can pin this participant. For example, if I pin the student, he will appear as a main participant, and all the students will be able to see him and see his screen if he want to share anything. So this is the control thing from the teacher side. Of course, if I stop recording, like you see, this meeting is being recorded. Are you sure to want to stop? Okay, and then I will find this record after maybe 10 minutes. I will find this record inside the stream. So I will be able to download this recorded session inside my desktop and upload it inside the Classera platform. So this is the process to upload the recorded session using Classera, of course. So you need to go to these three dots. For example, I will repeat this. You will go to here, choose stream, and you will find all your watch list. That means all your previous recorded sessions that will appear over here, and then you can download this video in your desktop and open Classera easily from the teacher account, of course, and go, for example, to this course and upload it as a video lecture. So easily you can download the video or the recorded session from the Microsoft Teams using Streams and upload it again using Classera platform and publish it to your students. So this is how I can download the recorded session and upload it again using the course material or video lecture, video libraries using Classera platform or your account as a teacher. You can add it directly as a video lecture, upload it from your desktop easily, and publish it to your students. So for a public link, if I want to share this link for the academic supervisor or academic heads or the manager to attend this virtual classroom, of course there is a way to do this. For example, I will create the Final Revision virtual classroom. I already named it as Final Revisions. I can click on this drop-down list, click on the public link. So if I click on the public link, I can see instantly the link for this virtual classroom or for this meeting. I can copy it directly, and for example, if I want to share it with the academics supervisors, so directly, for example, I will go to the mailbox using Classera without using WhatsApp or anything else. Whatever you can use, go to mailbox, for example, final, etc. Priority 2, for example. The supervisor, teacher supervisors, choose your supervisor and put the link over here and send it instantly to your academic supervisor or to your academic head or your manager or whatever, to let them inside your virtual classroom and see the fully interaction and between you and your students. So that's how I will be able to share a public link and let anyone to join me inside the virtual classroom. So I will take a few questions again. Please, if you have any questions, I think in the chat. Yeah, okay. Okay. Practically demonstrate second time using Microsoft Teams. Microsoft allowed me to as attendee, not as for you as a teacher. Of course, you will be as a teacher as organizer. It will be by default. If you launch your virtual classroom as a teacher, you will be the main organizer for this virtual classroom. If you want to let anyone, for example, your colleague or one of your students to be like organizer, you need to give them make them as a presenter to let them control the virtual classroom. Instead of downloading the recording, can we share the link? Unfortunately, you will not be able to share the link because if you share it with your students and your students open this link, it required them to log in inside one of Microsoft accounts. So the Microsoft accounts, it's only for the teachers right now to create your virtual classroom. But the good thing that you can download it inside your desktop and upload it again instantly using the video material upload and share it with your students. So no, you will not be able to share only the link for the stream video recorded and share it with your students. No. Can you please explain composing message? Of course, yeah. Okay, again, if I want to share the public link and let my academic supervisor or my academic heads or the managers to join me inside my virtual classroom and the final revision, for example, what the steps that I need to do easily go to virtual classroom. For example, I already get this virtual classroom and I want to share it with my academic supervisor. Okay, I just want easily. I will click on this drop down list, click on public link. It will pop up as a virtual classroom public link. Just copy this link. Okay, I already copied it, and then your mailbox easily compose. Put the subject, for example, put the subject for your classroom. Choose two category, for example. Choose the teacher supervisors. You will find your teacher supervisor. Choose his name and paste the link for the virtual classroom and send it easily to your academic supervisor. So instantly you can share link with your supervisor, but there is a very important notice that you need to know. There is a very important notice that you need to know that if you want to share this link, for example, for anyone to join your virtual classroom, it's a must to have a Classera account, so they will be able to join your virtual classroom. For example, if you share it with your parents, with the academic heads, with the manager, and they already have accounts on Classera, username and the password inside the Classera platform itself, and they already have accounts, of course, they will able to join you inside your virtual classroom. So this is a very important notice that everyone want to join you inside your virtual classroom, that they should have actual account inside the Classera platform. So actually for WizIQ, I know that there is a lot of more features inside WizIQ for the WizIQ actually, like a tool for the academic tool, the whiteboard, the raising hand things and everything. I know that there is a more engagement tool inside WizIQ, but it's a very limited. WizIQ, especially right now, it's a very limited for the schools to use it. That's why we provide you a Microsoft Teams also, plus beside WizIQ, to let you as a teacher create a limited number of virtual classroom and a limited number of lectures that you can create using Microsoft Teams without any limitation. So that's why we are providing you virtual Microsoft Teams. It allows you to create as much as you want as a virtual classroom. But with IQ, there is a limited session for you as a teacher to create. So that's why we provide you a Microsoft Teams. Yeah, actually, if there is also a very important question, if you want to upload your material or your video, the recorded session, like I already explained, you will download your recorded session from Stream, Microsoft Teams using Stream. You will download it inside your desktop, and then you will upload it again through Classera and publish it to your student. So I will do this using the video libraries, or let's say video lecture. I can put the title, for example, lesson 1 revision, or unit 1 and unit 2 revision, final revision, and so on. I will choose the upload it from my desktop, and easily you can publish it to your students. And this is the way that if you want your student to download it, also you will be able to allow students to download this video inside their desktops, or if you want them only to watch it inside the Classera platform only, without download the video inside the platform, it's up to you as a teacher. The student can stop the share screening. I already explained this. You need to make all your students as attendee, like I already did here. I already do this thing over here. I need to put all my students as attendee, because all my students, they will be like as a guest by default. So from show participant, I need to click on these three dots, sorry, and make all my students as attendee. I already make the student as attendee. So after this step, the student will be not able to take the share screen from me as an instructor or as an organizer and share their screen, unless I already able them to present anything, to give them the privilege to present any kind of video lecture or course material and so on. So I will take another questions, because I think I'll go to chat. I think there is a lot of questions over there. Yes, can I keep the share as a video in my lab? I think if you already record the session and upload it again or download it again inside your desktop, of course you will be able to save it in your desktop. Okay, I think for SCORM and HTML5, if you want to upload an interactive lesson, actually this is for the how you use the virtual classroom, the virtual classroom, not the other content inside the Classera. I know that there is a lot of tools inside the Classera platform, but this session only for how to use a smart classroom and virtual classroom with the final revision. Of course, if you want to share any kind of SCORM and HTML content, while you are sharing your screen as a teacher, you can preview any kind of content using your tabs or using your outsourcing videos using the share screen method. The video length is not accepted. Actually, I didn't face any problem with this. Of course, if the record session, it's, for example, if 1 hour or 2 hours, you can upload it easily using Classera platform. And if you have if you face any issues, of course, just raise it to your admin, and we get a contact with you, of course. Okay. For example, if you want to upload any kind of, let me discuss one of the things that I already said a lot in the chat. If I want to upload any kind of interactive content, let's say as the HTML5 or SCORM, easily I can add it easily and instantly. I have something in here, and I think in the 5 tab, interactive lesson library. So I can add all the SCORM and HTML5 from this page as interactive content, and of course the student will be able to see this content as interactive content. So from the interactive content, you can choose, upload your file, choose the interactive lesson type, SCORM or HTML, and then the student will be able to see all of these interactive content. And of course, you can share, again, you can share your content from the share screen using your virtual classroom while you are doing your virtual classroom. So I already answered this question. You cannot share a video from the desk. I think it's easy to share a video from your desktop using Teams. It's easy, like only you can click on share. Make sure there is a dotted notice also that you need to make sure that. Let me just close this. You need to make sure that your if your internet connection below 8 megahertz per second, you will not be able to share your screen, by the way, because of course you need a good internet connection to share your screen, or only that if you can use WhatsApp in your mobile, it's good for you. That's mean your internet connection is good. This is the required internet connection. I think it's between 8 and 10 megahertz per second, and then you can easily share your screen by click on share, screen share. You have 3 options over here. You can share your entire screen. You can share your application window. If you have an application that you already opened inside your desktop, like PowerPoint or any kind of application that you want to share it with your student, that you can upload it or share it from here. Or you can share a Chrome tab. That's mean if you want to share one of your tabs that you already open it inside your Chrome browser or your Internet Explorer or whatever, you can share tab by tab. But we prefer actually to share your entire screen. After sharing your entire screen, of course, they will be able to see your screen and interact with everything inside your screen. Sorry, to see interactive content that you already uploaded with your students. So you can share your screen easily. But if there is a problem while you are sharing your screen, please let me know to answer this question. Which tool are you using for this? What do you mean by tool? For what actually? For the virtual classroom or testing my internet connection or what? Okay, it's a good thing, by the way. I will, for the videos shows, but the sound will never be heard. Yeah, this is one also for the important notice that you need. If you want to share, for example, a video or a video with a voice or something, of course, we are preferred to download the web or not using the web app, using the browser while you are opening the Microsoft Teams. Try to download the app version like Microsoft Teams here and use this app instead of the web app. So try to download Microsoft Teams app on your desktop, and then you can including your voice and video while you are presenting or sharing your screen. Okay, I think there's a lot for the HTML5 and SCORM. It's something else. This is dedicated for the virtual classroom only, not for creating SCORM or HTML5. But I already explained how I can upload SCORM or HTML files using platform. Okay, I will go back to the presentation itself. So there is a few of activation strategies for the final revisions for the virtual classroom. that it's recommended for you as a teacher to do. One of these strategies that you can do as a teacher using the tools inside Classera. One, flipped classroom strategy using the discussion rooms and educational resources. What does this mean? That means, for example, let's make a scenario for you as a teacher. For example, for the next week, I want to create two final revisions for using virtual classroom. Okay, before lunch, this virtual classroom, we are recommended to create, for example, one of the discussion rooms and put, for example, questions and answer. Put the topic, for example, for one of the unit inside your chapters or inside your course material. So, and create one of the discussion room using Classera features that, of course, you know that you can create a discussion room using Classera. So create a discussion room, put all your students together, let them discuss one of the topic that you will present in your virtual classroom later. So this is how I can using the flip learning strategy using the discussion room. And also you can prepare a lot of educational resources like videos, course materials, worksheets, and upload it inside the discussion rooms, or upload it as worksheets, course material using Classera platform itself before giving the actual virtual classroom. So this is one of the important things that you can do it before creating a virtual classroom and using the flip learning classroom strategy. The second thing that you should upload the record session in Classera after editing. Of course, if you want to edit and cut and add with your tools as a teacher, it's up to you. And then upload it to your students, like I already explained before. And by the way, this is very important. That means if the students, all your students will be able to see the recorded video or the final revisions 1 or 3 or 4 unlimited number of times. So it's really helpful for them to understand the revisions itself very well. Number 3, there is a multiple evaluation tool after the final reviews, like tests, evaluation. For example, if I already, the number 1, I already create a flipped classroom and put like my resources as educational resources, course material, video lectures inside one of the discussion rooms and publish it to my students. After this step, I create a virtual classroom, interact with my students, upload after this virtual classroom, upload this virtual classroom and publish it to my students. After this, also I can use the different kind of evaluation methods or tools inside Classera, starting from you can create a quiz, you can create an exam, you can create a test, you can create evaluation assessment, and publish it to your students and see the weakness point for your students, and if they need to another final revision or another virtual classroom before the end of the year, you can create this also. So this is one of the tools that you can use Classera as a Classera itself, using all the tools inside Classera, starting from tests, evaluation, exam, all of these things, while you are doing your final revision with your virtual classroom. So of course, this is one of the important things that you need to use all of the tools while you are doing your virtual classrooms. And for this, I want to share something. Okay. For the including the voice and the videos, for example, if you are sharing one of YouTube videos or one of your desktop videos. Actually, for the desktop videos, I think this is the problem for the desktop videos. If you want to share it with your students, you need to download the app version for Microsoft Teams, not only use the web version, because from the app version, there is an option to include to include your voice and video inside your presentation or inside your sharing screen method. So it's preferred to download the app and using or create your virtual classroom using the Microsoft Teams app. So this is one of the hints that you need to do. Again, it's better for you to put all your attendees or your students as attendees, and of course instantly I will be able to see my video in my video list, not instantly, maybe after 5 or 10 minutes, and of course I can also see the video inside the chat. I already open it like here, and I can download it or share it with my students. But like we know, if you share only the link with your students, they will not be able to watch the video unless they have a Microsoft Teams account, because it will require them to sign in inside Microsoft accounts. So that's why I'm telling you to download the videos inside your desktop, and then you can upload it inside Coursera. So I will take another questions if you have a questions. I will show you how to download one of the videos inside using the stream. And the second question, sometimes the video doesn't get recorded even if recording button pressed. Yeah, actually, this I think this related with something related with the internet connection, because why when you press the record button, you need to make sure that the internet connection for you is very stable to start recorded and upload it inside the stream cloud, and then you can download it again. So just check your internet connection, and if you are still facing this problem, just let us know, or let the project manager in your school know, and maybe we're gonna solve it. The discussion rooms, it's easy to create one of the discussion rooms. That's mean, let me, for example, create a quick discussion rooms. It's normally from your account as a teacher. If I go, for example, for one of my courses, let's go here, for example. If I want to create a discussion room and use this discussion room as a flip learning strategy before I'm giving the actual virtual classroom, I can easily go to one of my preparation, for example, and I go down here. Perhaps I will have something called discussion rooms. I can easily click on add discussion rooms, put the title for discussion room, for example, final room instruction. If you have any kind of structure, next choose your students, or you can choose student by students. You can put specific student inside your discussion room, or you can select all the students inside stage 5A, for example, and easily you can create discussion rooms, and then your students will be notified that there is a discussion room. Please enter this discussion room and go through discussion with other students, and then you can create a virtual classroom and using the flip learning strategy with this thing. So that's how I can create a discussion room using Coursera. Okay. If you want to upload your own lessons, let's say, of course you can upload it as a video lecture using the video material, and you can upload it easily. I don't think. Okay, again, how can I create the discussion room before I'm doing the final revision using the virtual classroom? Easily, from your account as a teacher, you can go to manage content, for example, one of your courses, and okay, this is the previous lesson plan I already created because this is a demo account. So inside one of your preparation, you can easily add a discussion room. If I go down here, I'll find discussion rooms like I see here. I can add easily discussion room, put the title for this discussion room instruction next, choose the students that you want to publish this discussion room for. Or you can choose student by students, specific students, or you can choose all the students inside stage 5A, for example. And easily you can create the room, and all the students will be notified that there is a discussion room published by your instructor or teacher. Thank you. Okay, for the WizIQ things that the share screen it will not open with you. I think I think it's more for the Microsoft Teams, but with WizIQ, I think you need to download the Flash player that you can share your screen with WizIQ only, and maybe there is a tutorial for how to share your screen using WizIQ. But this lesson or this session that we are doing right now, it's almost like for Microsoft Teams vendor, not for WizIQ actually. But of course, the other methods, for example, if you want to create a virtual classroom using WizIQ and then create a discussion room using the assessment, using the assignment after the exam. I mean, all these methods that you can use it, of course, if you are using WizIQ or Microsoft Teams, but the uploading material, the uploading file, the discussion room, the assignment, the assessment, of course, you can do it easily using Coursera, like I already explained. Okay, please, if you have any questions, just let me know. Yeah, it's a good question, by the way. If we made all the students as attendees and muted their mics, can they unmute them again? Actually, you can mute them only. You cannot unmute them again. If you want one of your students to be unmute, just ask him to unmute himself, and then you can hear him or you can talk with him. So you will be able only to mute your students. But the attendees feature is very good for presenting things that they will not be able to share the screen, take the share screen from you as an instructor. Yeah, of course you can use WizIQ. Of course you can use WizIQ. You can use WizIQ and Microsoft Teams in parallel. That means that you can, for example, it depends on your school. If your school provide you to use WizIQ, you can use IQ and Microsoft Teams in parallel. Of course, you have the two vendor and you can use it. Of course, you can share a PDF file using the upload file. It's supported for the Word files, PDF files. I think all the documents it's supported for the course material that you can upload it for your students. How you can break out the room? Of course, that means to close the session. You can close it easily. For example, if I go to the sessions that I already opened over here, if you want to close or break the session, just hang up the session, and that's how you will end this virtual classroom easily. Yeah, actually, Microsoft Teams desktop sharing option is much better than WizIQ actually. because it's more flexible and less bandwidth. By the way, it's for the sharing your screen from Microsoft Teams. It required less bandwidth, so I think it's more fast and I have observed that after conducting virtual classes, sometimes the virtual class is getting used in the smart classroom section. Yeah, I think this is for the WizIQ. I think it will take 6 or 7 hours for WizIQ. Then you will find it inside the virtual classroom. But for Microsoft Teams, you will not be able to see the recorded session inside the virtual classroom. Again, you need to download your virtual classroom from Streams, then upload it again to your students. So that's how it works with Microsoft Teams. With IQ, you will find the record session directly or instantly, not instantly, after maybe 4 or 6 hours in the virtual classroom list. But with Microsoft Teams, you need to download the recorded session and upload it again and publish it to your students. Actually, okay, I got it. To break out the rooms, yeah, I got it. Actually, it's not available to break or to divide the students into rooms. You can only interact with them, like you can see all your students and interact with them, but you can publish when you are creating your virtual classroom from here. While you are creating this virtual classroom, you can create a separate classroom or virtual classroom for each of your lectures. That's mean, if I want to create a virtual classroom for group A, and group A contains, for example, students in grade 5A, for example. So I can choose, for example, stage A, stage 5. But if I want to divide the students inside stage 5A, I think it's not possible using Microsoft Teams, unless the school using Microsoft Teams before maybe 3 or 4 months, and the students have account already. They have account inside Microsoft Teams and using the channel purposes, and this is a different story, by the way. But in this situation, you will not be able to divide specific students in specific lecture. You can divide lecture by lecture. For example, that you can create a separate lecture for grade 1, stage 5, and you can, for example, grade 1 section A and grade 1 section B. Yeah, that's what I already explained. You will not be able to download the WizIQ classes. No, you will not be able to download all these WizIQ classes. For the WizIQ vendor, if you are using WizIQ, you will find your virtual classroom or the recorded sessions automatically on the virtual classroom list, automatically without downloading anything with WizIQ. Of course, you will find it after maybe 2 or 3 or 6 hours maximum. But with Microsoft Teams, you should download the recorded session and upload it again for a student. But with WizIQ again, no, it will be downloaded automatically inside the virtual classroom list. You will find it directly as a record session inside the virtual classroom if you are using WizIQ. Yeah. For this, okay, let me catch. Yeah, if it's possible to play interactive games in the virtual classroom where a student can click on the answers, yes. If you are using the first step, use the web, use the app application for Microsoft Teams. Then make all your students as attendee. Then they will be able to request a control for your screen to control your screen. So it's available for you. You can do it actually. To let them access your sharing screen or something. what is the maximum size of the recorded video that can be uploaded to a video lecture? Actually, I'm not sure for this information, but I think it's I think it's we are not, we didn't face any problem with the size, actually, with the course material or video lecture. We didn't face, but if you face anything, just if you face any kind of problem while you are uploading a video lecture or a course material, just let me know, and maybe I will check later. Share your screen, play. I didn't get it, actually. Yeah, I can upload a virtual class record video in our cloud, then share the link on the discussion rooms. But yeah, again, for this, you will not be able to share your screen. You will not be able, sorry, to share the link for your students to see the record session on Microsoft Teams, because they didn't have an account in Microsoft Teams. If they click on the link that you already shared with them, it required them to sign in inside one of the Microsoft accounts. So that's why I'm telling you that you need to download your recorded session and then upload it using video lecture tools inside Coursera and publish it to your student again.